No, I felt that in the beginning of the season straight away because obviously I think influence games is a little bit part of my game. You know, like for the position I play, for what demands from my position. You know that the number 10 normally has influence in the game, in the goals, in everything the team does offensively. Let's say in togetherness, obviously with the wingers and the striker. And normally, if you have a number 8, that gets more in there. But I never go into a season thinking that my influence won't be there, because I know if I play, I need to be helpful for the team.
Yeah, 19 Premier League assists so far. You know, an amazing season. Are you confident that you can break the record, or?
No, I'm confident that I can keep doing my game, trying to improve my numbers in every aspect, not just the assists. I think 19 is already a big number, you know, and is a big achievement for me. Is the highest I have done since I came to the Premier League in terms of Premier League. So I'm already very happy with it. But I have 2 games left to play, and I need to do my game. Obviously, I won't hide that achieving that in togetherness with Thierry and Kevin, there was 2 standout players for the Premier League. That 2 players that mark different generations of the Premier League would be amazing.
I was watching a coverage a while ago, and Thierry Henry was talking about your assist against Manchester City. He said, "This guy is thinking of football." He said, and he's very passionate when he talks. He said he knows football. How do you stay calm within those moments?
I think you do it through the week. You know, you have, obviously it's not the same situation, but you work under certain aspects of your game that could happen on the weekend. You visualize the game. Obviously, when you watch the videos of other teams, you know what they do. You know when the spaces were going to be, what you have to do to get those spaces, what kind of ball your teammate will need. Obviously, then it goes by the player you play the ball for. And the main thing for me is not as much as being calm in that moment, but knowing what's my surrounding. That's the most important thing, because the space, the time is most important for me than actually being nervous or not. Because you can be nervous anytime and any moment, but then if you have in your head the things that you need to know about your teammates and about your opponents and about the space and time that you have, that's the main thing.
Over 120 chances created this season. Do you see yourself as one of Europe's elite playmakers?
No, I see myself as another player to enjoy football. I don't really. No, I don't. I think that's a conversation for other people. You know, I see myself as a top player. Yes, of course. I achieved a very high level, and I don't think that anyone could disagree with that. Then you could like me more, you could like me less, you could prefer other players, and that's all good. We all have different tastes. And that's why life is so good, and that's why I like my wife, and you probably don't, and it's lucky for me also. But let's say that I consider myself a very good player. Now, if you want to tell me, like, are you the best player in the Premier League? Are you this or that? I'd say it's difficult to answer that. I really think that this season I was one of the best players in the league. Yes, I think I had an amazing season. Yes, were there other players that could or would deserve this award too? Yes, also, but then it comes into a point where people have to choose, and luckily for me, I was the chosen one.
You were indeed. You're smiling. I like the fact that you're happy. I like that. Declan Rice, he came very close to winning this award. You're smiling because we had the conversation before. When you see him as a player, what is it that you admire about his qualities? And obviously, I know midfielders, they watch each other, and you've also trained with him. Actually, I've seen you guys hanging around.
To be honest, I admire a lot him, first of all, as a person, because I've knew him from the Algarve when we were training together and everything. Obviously, I knew him already from West Ham, and we all knew the qualities he had.
Yeah.
And I've always said, I always thought that Rice was a player to play for Man United. And I was really sad when he chose to go Arsenal. I didn't know if was there the opportunity or the chance for him to come to Manchester United, but I always thought that he would be a perfect fit for our club. Just not for the player he is, but as I said before, for the person he is, for the professional he showed me that he is, and for his personality. And I think what he's been doing this season is great. Is a different position, is a different style of play. is a player that doesn't need to get in his position. He doesn't need to assist as much. He doesn't need to score as much, because he demands different things from him, and the way Arsenal plays is different for the way we play. So we can't compare the players, but what we can say that he's being one of the standout players from the Premier League this season. And as I said before, I'm very happy that I won it, but if Declan had won it, this award was well deserved too, because as I said, I don't think he's the best player or whatever in the league. It's just like in a season where you have to choose between players, then obviously numbers make a lot of weight in the decisions. And I think I had a brilliant season, and I could add that to my game.
Yeah.
Obviously for Dec it's more difficult for him to get that, because he plays a little bit deeper, and still I think he's an amazing player, and if he had got this award, I would have messaged him and saying congratulations, as I did when he got into the final of the Champions League.
Nah, he's a big fan of yours. I mean, I was speaking with him not too long ago, and we were, that's all I could really say.
Yeah.
Like, he really likes you a lot. And Michael Carrick obviously comes in, and he's got Manchester United playing fluid football again. Are you receiving the ball in different spaces? Because it's very obvious that at the start of the season you were playing much deeper. Are you in different pockets now, and are you enjoying the new pockets?
Yeah, obviously in the first phase, obviously under Ruben I was a little bit deeper. In the second phase of the game, when we get higher on the pitch, I was more or less in the same position, probably not with the same space to occupy myself, like to fill the game and choose where is the space better for me to go and get the ball or get the momentum of the game. Like with Ruben, I had to be more focus on the positioning and trying to understand more, like if we lose the ball they're going to break and I need to be the one helping the other midfielder, but gave me an overview of the game that was much better for me in terms of, like, when I got up into the number 10 position again, I realized a lot of things of what people see behind me, what they need from me, what kind of positions I need to get into to get the ball, what's easier for me in terms of if I'm in this position, if I'm a little bit higher, if I'm a bit deeper than Kobe or Casa or Manu, they're going to be it's going to be more easier for them to find me. It's going to be more easier for them, and I'm going to get more space there, because I saw from behind that, I saw where the spaces were, where the teams could be hurt, and then it made me realize when you go up into the number 10 position where you can occupy certain spaces.
Speaking about Casemiro and Kobe, how has that relationship been like to play against those two? I saw Casemiro, there was a clip that came out yesterday, and he said, Bruno, always pass forward. For us football fans watching around the world, it's amazing to see that that's what your teammates think of you. You're always trying to make something happen. What's it been like playing with him and Kobe?
No, it's obviously it's very nice to play with two players that, first of all, two great players that very different. One very young and with a great future ahead of him. The other one, someone that has achieved everything or that football had to give to him. So it's very nice and very easy to play alongside with them. And obviously, like I've seen the quote of Casa saying that. And what he likes from me is that I always look for the ball forward to make things happen and everything, because he knows also, and it's like what he demands from me when he plays with me on the pitch is like, when I get the ball into you, he tries to get as quick as possible, so the ball into the number 10 position for me then to be able to make the decisions, to attack the spaces, to make the killer pass, to make the ball go forward. And I think that's something that he spoke about, the percentage of passes and all that stuff. He told me also. It's something that for me is not very important. I want to miss as less passes as possible, because obviously you don't want to miss passes.
Yeah.
But knowing that for my position, I need to take more risks than certain players on the pitch, and I will never be probably the highest one in percentage of passes, but I will be very happy if my teammates get the opportunity to get balls in certain positions and in the right positions for them to hurt teams.
It's very mature, that with what you're saying, you can tell that there's a lot of experience. But if I was to take you back to a young Bruno playing freely where you grew up, what is it that you would be most proud of today?
I don't know, because like Bruno has dreamed of playing football in the first moment. He has never dreamed about.
What surprised you the most about the Premier League? Obviously, you've come to a new league, new country. Is there anything that surprised you or challenged you the most, would you say?
No, I spoke many times about it. Just the game itself, it's unbelievable quick.
Yeah.
like every decision has to be clear and quick. You don't really have time to react on stuff. But yeah, again, I'm settling now more and more. My brain settled down as well, so it makes it easier.
You mentioned the brain and you're calming down now, and I want to talk about your mindfulness and your well-being, because the last conversation we had, you are so big on well-being and meditation, and the amount of people that I speak to at the club that say you have an incredible mindset for such a young player. So can you talk to me about your pre-match routine and how much of that is involving mindfulness?
So I mention every time, like, I'm big when it comes to meditation and visualization.
Visualization,
exactly. Yeah. I really believe into that. Basically, I always use it in the morning, no matter or if it's a game or if it's just training. Basically, just as I said, the routine, it's always the same. Just keep on doing it every single day. Even, for example, even on days off, I'm still using the same thing. Getting up. Already drink coffee before, after. It's the way I feel it. Then, especially now when we have more sunny days, I just put the mattress out, try to do everything outside of it.
Oh, trying to do everything outside because of the natural conditions,
Because basically, I always combined kind of stretching / yoga with visualization. So it's basically like between 15-20 minutes of start of the day.
And is this every day? Is this or just
every day? Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I like it because it gives me good start of the day, good feeling. Also the stretching that I'm doing, it's quite nice. It opens up your joints, It's I like it. And as I said, I also mentioned about the box breathing. I use it on a daily basis, but mostly, especially like before the games, because it really calms me down. For me, it works more that like if I feel the nervousness, but positive nervousness, which I think it's important to have as a football player, this excitement for the game, for the upcoming event. And as soon as I do the box breathing, I just calm my nerves down,
Tell me a bit more about the box breathing, because we had this chat off camera last time for quite a while, because I've just started doing box breathing, and I find it's had incredible benefits for me in terms of your focus as well and allowing you to relax in certain situations. But whenever I speak to people that haven't done box breathing, and we had this chat before, they never sort of quite understand it. So can you talk to me about the benefits and how long you've been doing that for people that have never tried it?
I think in general people, it's mostly everyone, just if there is no immediate effect in the first 30 seconds or like a minute, they will say, it doesn't work.
I totally agree,
So it's really like when it comes to meditation, breathing, you just need to take your time, you just need to believe in it and a time that everything starts to really work. So with this, you have to be patient and really like when it comes to 4 seconds, already did exhale, and like inhale or like holding. You really have to like give kind of energy into it, I know I'm really talking deeply about that, but it's true, that's where you're gonna feel the benefits of at least like 5 minutes of doing it,
How important is that for a player now? Because obviously you do so much for your physical the part of the game, and obviously you're in great condition, as we know. You do gym work, you do training every day, but how much, as a young player playing at the top level, is it important to train your mind? Is it something that a lot of other players do, or are you quite unique in your pre-match routine?
I mean, everyone is different, some people are naturally, let's say, stronger, or like weaker, and some people like it, some people not. And always, as a young kid, was trying to look for the things that can benefit me, or that I can try them and see if they're working for me. And definitely, this is what I found myself feeling great each time after I've done it. Or whether it's breathing, meditation, or even just visualization, because it's on the long-term benefits. And now it's just part of me. I'm doing it every day. I'm trying to bring my friends into it.
Are you? Teammates? You're trying to get your teammates into it?
I'm trying to, so most time I'm with yoga. He's not really, he's opposite of me.
Is he? So you're trying to get Diogo Dallo into box breathing,
exactly, but
he's not having it?
No.
Why do you think that is?
No. To be fair, we're not talking about the box breathing, just more like visualization and kind of things. And he doesn't really, but I understand him. It's all right. But like my friends from my country and stuff, they don't wanna, they don't believe in it.
Really,
or like they don't wanna give it the time.
Yeah.
Especially because, let's say, if they're doing school or anything, they're stressful. They're in stress zone most of the time in the day, you know. And it's something I said that just try it out, give it a time, and it's gonna help you benefit on the long term, especially because you have so many things in your head. So they've tried it, they try it, they didn't really work for them, and I said, okay, it's just not you.
It's not for you. Yeah, I understand. It's very individualistic, isn't it? You've got to believe in it. So you've mentioned the visualization there, the yoga that you do, the box breathing, which has all helped with your performance. Am I right in thinking even when you chose your house, a big part of choosing your house was about somewhere that gave you recovery and performance was a big part of your house? Can you talk to me about the rooms that you have? I don't need an insight into every room in your house, but is it a big part of your house is about performance and recovery, I hear?
So yeah, as soon as I came here, I tried to get a house that has a gym inside, and in general like wellness when it comes to like ice bath, swimming pool, and sauna. This was for me important to have, to use it at home. Even if we are off, I can use that thing. I don't have to drive to training ground. And yeah, I'm close to an airport, which was kind of not the best, you know.
For the noise.
Yeah, because like even late towards the night or like early in the morning, you could really hear like those planes flying by, you know, because I'm really, really close.
You sound annoyed now, just remembered it.
Yeah. So then I just decided to like kind of duplicate the window.
Oh, double glazing.
Double glazing, yeah. So now it's good. It's just in my room, which is enough, you know. And I'm sleeping better, you know.
Yeah. It's amazing the little 1% that you're doing then to help your game. Do you think these have all been a big benefit to how you've been playing this season?
It's many things just than that, you know, but I don't want to always put too much focus on that things because then you drive crazy, you know. So, which I used to do when I was a bit younger. So now I calm down more. I'm doing everything in like normal level. So it's not too much. Or if I don't do this, I'm gonna get crazy why I didn't do it, you know. So, but of course, you know, these little details can like help you in the long period of time.